Forza Horizon 6 has an interesting balancing problem, and today's car is probably the epitome of this issue, the Honda Beat. A K car which starts at the bottom in D class, but it's top 3 choice for D, C, B, and A class, and yes, even in S1 class, it can work in a few cases. Welcome back everybody, I'm your favorite German potato. The Honda Beat started as a meme, started as a competitive meme, you know, we were happy about the first builds that we found. But at this point, it's one of the most hated cars in the game, as sometimes 50% of online lobbies are just filled with this car. So let's check together why this car is so annoyingly OP, use it in a few classes for a few race types, and yeah, discuss its current situation. Does it need to be fixed? Does it need to be banned? Or do we actually have to embrace it? So the Beat reaches its most OP state in A and B class for road and off-road together. So it's certainly one of the most OP cars there. But how do we do that? Why is this Honda Beat so OP? And for that, you know, we always have to check the tuning menu, the upgrade menu, but I will keep this short today. This isn't supposed to be some kind of huge tuning tutorial today. But there are like 3-4 components which make the Beat so OP, and the first one is this 1.6 liter i4 VVT. It's the VTEC engine. That's the one you have to install to make this car super OP. It's very PI efficient and only boosts us up to C477. So this is the one you have to install. And of course, guys, it's always combined with the all-wheel drive swap. So let's do that. And obviously, this engine gets a central fuel supercharger. So no OP car in Forza Horizon 6 without this upgrade. And funny enough, this only costs you 7 PI points, means it's definitely a steal. So let's install that and head to the next component, which is the Forza Aero. I mean, you always have to install it. I think they look okay here on this car. I've seen worse cars. I mean, it's a bit silly, but you know, we've seen worse, I think. And you don't need the rest of all of those bumpers. That's not needed in this case, at least not for B class, what I'm doing right now. And at the same time, you have to get the rally tires. This boosts grip and lateral Gs. And this combined with those super wide rear tires. Take a look at these guys. This looks so silly, doesn't it? I hope my face isn't in the way right now. But you know, we've got 315mm rear tires for this car. They make this car so grippy. And we're now at 575 PI, which means we still have 25 PI to spend for the rest of the build, but we will just skip that. And these are certainly the first super important elements to make this car super OP, especially in B and A class. But Forza is also hiding something from you. And to check that, we certainly have to take the car to the track to see the difference to other cars. And if you want to try this new B-Class meta, K1Z Bart got the tune for you. Here's the share code. I leave it for 3, 2, 1, go. And we also have JSR Chronic. It's basically just as good, only with a different approach. And here's the share code too. So welcome to race number 1 in the borderline OP Honda Beat here in B class, and I'm letting those people pass. I wait for like 5 seconds, and here we go at the Irokawa circuit. And you're certainly going to see why this car is so OP in B class. That it's not funny anymore, honestly. With only 242 horsepower means it's actually not that powerful, but just take a look at our pull. Take a look at this mid-speed acceleration, guys. We are in B class. And this car just goes and goes and goes, and oh my god, bowling happening here in front of us. Come on, Pawn Page, what's up, how's it going? Okay, we just let him lift off course, and we are hunting this Nissan in front of us now. And in the lead, we got the Acura Intera, guys. This is another very, very good car in B class actually, but just take a look at the difference of our cars. I am coming closer so easily. Of course, he's making this mistake right now, but just take a look at this. When his car is just stopping to accelerate, my car is just going and going, especially in higher speeds. So as soon as we would reach something like 210, 200 kilometers per hour, his car would stop, whereas the Honda Beat just keeps going and going and going. I let him come back to show this to you again. So they might see this as some kind of arrogance in the lobby right now, but I have to do that. So here we go. Okay, he makes that mistake. And now we wait for this turn to happen. Oh, why is he drifting through every single turn? Not a good way to showcase this. But here we go, guys. Is he going for the move now? Is he going to wreck me? I probably deserve it right now. But no. You also see that the car is so grippy. It's so easy to drive. You know, it's a walk in the park to drive this car. It's quick, it's easy to drive, it's just so OP. Okay, so much about road racing, but what about B-Class dirt racing? Because I also said that this car is super OP here. And we just found out that for some reason the car just keeps going and going and going. And this is due to some, let's say, hidden drag coefficient. Forza hides a few stats of those cars to basically balance the game. And this drag coefficient is basically one of those. And yeah, that leads to the situation that, you know, the faster the car gets, some people, you know, just lose speed then. But in terms of the beat, it just doesn't happen. And unfortunately, I was rear-ending this Opel Manta. I'm so sorry, Opel Manta. Elder Pork, I love you, mate. And in terms of dirt, it's even something different. You know, there are also some hidden figures, and this is called a surface multiplier. Some cars have better handling on dirt compared to other cars, and this also applies to the Honda Beat.
Get over here!
Oh my god! This is such a good example, guys. People basically hunt me because I'm using this Honda Beat, and also I can't blame them. But the Honda Beat is just beating you. So people are hunting other people driving the Honda Beat. That's also, yeah, one of the present situations in B-Class and A-Class at the moment. But honestly, I haven't seen another Honda Beat in those lobbies yet. I was the only one embracing this car. So am I the problem? And right now I'm obviously using a different tune uploaded by Chronic as well, and this features off-road tires, but the general build that I showed you... Oh, I have been disconnected. What's going on? Forza! So even Forza itself doesn't want me to win in the Honda Beat. And here's the tune I was using, uploaded by Mr. Chronic. But okay, for now we certainly saw that the Honda Beat is basically too OP in B-Class. It holds every single all-round world record, you know, for road racing and off-road racing. And some could say, okay, let's ban this, let's nerf this. Maybe we take away those widest rear tires from the car, or one of the engine swaps or something like that, you know, to fix the car. Or, you know, they could even change those multipliers of the car, those hidden ones. But, you know, they certainly won't do that since the game is basically finished at this point. But now we're reaching A-Class, and maybe I'm able to change our perspective in terms of that. Because, you know, the Honda Beat isn't the only OP car in A-Class, as we know. In case you haven't watched the best A-Class cars videos yet, do it afterwards. I'm going to link it in the description and also at the end of the video. So let's check how OP it is here. Interestingly enough, we are back at the Irokawa circuit, the track that we had in the beginning in B-Class, and lovely, guys, lovely. This is such a nice coincidence. We are racing against a Ford GT, another OP A-Class meta car. It's just too good as well. Oh, he's got some issues there. So I'd like to change your perspective, or let's say our perspective maybe, since you know that this Ford GT is the best car in A-Class, basically, utilizing rally tires, off-road tires, and this Viper engine with the centrifugal supercharger. Basically, every single OP car in A-Class features this Viper engine, except the Honda Beat. So maybe we have to see this Honda Beat as some kind of lone soldier, you know, fighting this Viper engine supremacy. What do you think about that, guys? Maybe we should just embrace it. Maybe we should celebrate this car, you know, as our survivor against this meta. Because no other car could do what I'm doing right now against this Ford GT. While I'm also not bringing my A game, that's for sure. But once again, this is so broken OP, you know. Like, we have lateral Gs as good as, for example, an Alfa Romeo 155 in A-Class, featuring a super wide body kit, you know, which should give you way more lateral Gs. A touring car champion, the Alfa Romeo 155, has the exact same amount of lateral Gs, just like a K car, like this Honda Beat with Forza Aero. How is that possible? But okay, take a look at these wide tires, and the Alfa Romeo doesn't get those tires. But why does a Honda Beat get those tires and not the Alfa Romeo, for example? You know, this is the question we have to ask. Ourselves and also the Forza devs, obviously. So yeah, this Honda Beat is borderline OP also in A-Class road racing. even though it has to fight with all this other Viper engine stuff in this case. And now I feel bad once again here when it comes to off-road A-class racing, since those people, they're coming with rally Porsches and Opel Mantas. Why is everybody taking the Opel Manta, by the way? That's great. That's great. It's a lovely, legendary car. But yes, also for A-class road racing, this Honda Beat is one of the best cars in the game, if not the best car in the game. Because it's able to steer very well, the acceleration is great, we talked about the speed, and you don't even need so much top speed when it comes to dirt racing in this game. And I messed this turn up so much right now. But only 20% over. But you see how easily we're getting closer to those two people here in those two German cars, the Opel and the Porsche. And I actually don't want to overtake them because I feel bad in the Honda Beat here in this meme. But I also have to say, again, there are not so many Honda Beats in those lobbies today. Maybe people, you know, just got bored of them, or those OP noobs are just waking up later the day. That could also be the case. So I haven't seen so many Honda Beats in these lobbies yet. But certainly, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the Honda Beat. Are you already annoyed by it? Like this Porsche, and once again, I can't blame him, even though, you know, that was the clean maneuver. Or do you say, yeah, I mean, it's okay, it's a fun car, because, you know, if it wasn't that OP, people would just love this car so much, you know. They would just drive this all the time if it would just be some kind of off-meta pick, you know, being very, very good, but not super OP. So this is the thin line, you know, that they always have to do or have to take when they do these cars, you know. This is the thin line between a beloved car in this game and a hated car. Because also some other OP cars or some very good cars are also loved by the community, right? But well, we're winning this easily, even though I certainly didn't bring my best skills to this race. This is going to be wild now, guys. We are again at a road race, but we are featuring a crazy speed build, which definitely requires TCS. Don't try this at home, guys. This is for experts. This is crazy. The Honda Beat doesn't only work as a handling all-round car in all of those classes, basically. No, it's also a crazy speed build in A-class, but as you can see, this is so sketchy to drive. This is so over the top. But certainly shows you how OP the car basically is, how broken it is from the get-go, because, you know, it's working everywhere, basically. Okay, now we can use some speed for the first time, and remember, we are in A-class. You know, we've seen other cars before doing that. Oh my god. Yep, this is with TCS. I am embracing TCS right now, and I'm just sliding all over the place here. But we are getting closer to the rest of the pack in certainly decent A-class cars. You know, they're NSXs, Lancers, so decent cars. No super OP stuff, that's something I have to admit. So if we raced like a Ford GT or a Mustang 24 at this point, I wouldn't have waited in the beginning, that's for sure. This works the best on, like, let's say the SATA sprint, you know, where it's basically only straight on. It can also work on the highway circuit, but, you know, on all the other sprints, this is a handful to drive. But to show you all those advantages and disadvantages, I think the Ito sprint is the perfect track. So now, let's fly. Let's fly. Oh my god, we didn't even get ghosted. So on this short straight, guys, take a look at this. We are getting close to 400 kilometers per hour. And that was a short straight only. And we still have the chance to win now. Oh, BMW driver, no, don't do that to me. Okay, we are flying again. Overtaking this one and also this one. And I'm struggling so much in these turns now. So now it's about surviving against iDom in his BMW. Oh god. Okay. It's so sketchy, guys. I am actually slightly nervous now that I'm not winning this. Okay. Throttle control engaged, guys. This is all about throttle control, even with TCS, with ABS. You know, this is so slidey, but I'm winning. 1,270 horsepower in A-class. So easy to drive. And now we're even in S1 class. We have another dirt race. This is a full lobby. Take a look at this. The guy in the lead is racing the Mazda MX-5. Forza Edition, probably the most OP car when it comes to S1 class dirt racing, or let's say one of the most OP ones. Like there's the top 5, and the Honda Beat isn't in that top 5. What do you think about that, guys? Finally, the Honda Beat isn't super OP here, but let's say it's one of those off-meta choices. And here for S1 class dirt racing, it's just so cool to drive. It's so easy to drive. It's like you're bringing a little go-kart to dirt racing, basically, you know? And everybody is in their rally monsters right now here because this is one of those festival playlist challenges at the moment. That's why there are so many non-meta cars and people are just trying to finish the challenge, yeah. But now we're hunting the meta MX-5 Forza Edition. So, once again, we are hunting OP cars. We are not in one of those OP cars, even though I'd say if you have like a super small handling focused dirt track, the Honda Beat is still up there. Atta in front of us here. Let's see what he's doing. Can he handle the Johnson pressure? It's the first time I'm actually saying this in this video. Wow, guys, what am I doing? Oh no, the Honda Beat counter steer again here on dirt racing with simulation steering. No! Lock in, Johnson, lock in. Just like you did with the Honda Beat in A-class speed build. Okay. What is he doing? Oh, he's too late. He's braking way too late. He's getting braked. Oh, yep, goodbye. All right. This didn't take long. And this car is tuned by KPMPL, you know, one of the craziest dirt tuners in the game. And this is just fun to drive at this point, but still tells you how crazy good this car is, like the base of this car, that it's working in BA and even S1, you know, 4-speed, all-round, handling, basically everywhere. So Lightning McQueen says thank you to another championship. So we now check BA and S1 class and saw, wow, this car is pretty OP. But in the beginning of the video I also tackled D and C class, so basically it's starting classes. But in these classes it just doesn't fit all of those 3 tuning components I was talking about before. So in both of these classes it's not possible to get the motorbike engine combined with the Sentry, plus those wide tires and rally tires. You always have to decide between these components in C and D. And that's the reason why it's not super OP in this one. So don't get me wrong, this car is very good in D and C. It used to be the best car in these classes, but you know, from time to time there were other cars appearing. And just take a look at this Celica, for example, in C class. And in D class at Narayoku you have this other very interesting car called Peel P50. Yep, this time there at the top that's cheated, this Honda Beat. But the rest is P50. And here we got the rest of the beats. Like those people basically drove those times before the Peel appeared. The Peel appeared. But still, you can totally say that the Honda Beat is one of the best cars in Forza Horizon 6 in D class, C class, B class, A class, S1 class. It works in 5 classes. So totally let me know what you think about this. Do we need to fix that? Do we need to ban it? Should we embrace it? Is it actually your new favorite car after this video? I'm certainly intrigued by that. I'm your favorite German potato. Now check out the other mentioned video from earlier, the best A-class cars video. Certainly a crucial insight. And I see you next time. Cheers.